Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bridgemaster Level 5 World Class Series. Starting today with B-25. What's up here? We're in 5 hearts. Lefty has spades and a minor. I guess I'm not sure what it is. Probably clubs, right? Yeah, let's say it's clubs. Actually, if I... The 6 being returned... Could be a doubleton or 4, I guess. But if it were 4, that would leave West with 3 clubs, which is an unlikely number. I think this is a doubleton. So, that means the diamond finesse is losing, and we have a spade to lose, doesn't it? And that means we're down. So, I don't have anything like enough tricks. Even if I could rough all of my clubs in dummy, which is not a given at all. And I could play a spade to the queen and then use a spade to pitch a diamond. Let's say I could force them to just lay down the ace king of spades somehow. Even then, I could only pitch one of my diamond losers on spades, and I'd still have to take the diamond finesse. Extremely difficult. If I'm right about the club position. Maybe it's actually impossible to make after playing the king, and I just have to hope that West has led his doubleton club and put in the 10. But East shouldn't really be returning the 6. Well, actually, if West has led a doubleton club and East has 5, East could well assume that his partner has led a singleton, in which case leading the 6 wouldn't be showing a 4-card suit. It would be giving preference for diamonds, saying, please, partner, return a diamond for me. So I guess that's possible. Is that East has ace jack 5th of clubs. And West has 5 diamonds, including the king. In that case, I could finesse the 10 at trick 2 instead of playing the king. And the contract still would not be looking too hot, right? I'd have to find... Well, that I would probably be fine. I could rough 1 club after drawing some trumps. And then take a diamond finesse, and should be okay there. But, I don't know. I guess this is cheating, but I don't think that's the situation, right? Yeah, West does have the jack if I put that in, which is clearly curtains, so we're not going to do that. Okay, so in fact, we're not in the universe where we should assume that East has 5 clubs. I think it's much more likely West has 5. I have one trick so far. I could rough a club, but East is the one who's out of clubs and probably also the one who has long hearts, so I'm not going to get very many roughed. The diamond finesse makes like no sense because East is the one with the long diamonds. Maybe is East somehow squeezed slash end played in spades and diamonds? It's hard to envision. Like, I don't know. I could lead a heart. Okay, great. Another heart? Yeah, East has them all. No big shock there. And West has pitched a club, confirming that his 5-card suit was indeed clubs. So we can put West's shape down as probably 5, 1, 2, 5. Maybe he has a 6th card in spades, in which case only 1 diamond, but probably not. Well, honestly, it feels as though I can't succeed unless West was dealt the king of diamonds, in which case I could take 3 diamond tricks. But even then I need some work, right? Like I'm still short a winner. I need to set up a spade somehow, believe it or not. So, I mean, it's so hard to imagine. Diamond finesse? Okay, good. I'm right that I do need it. Ace dropping the king. Then a heart, then a spade. West has to play a black suit, which will be profitable for me somehow. Oh, but if East wins, he can play a spade. Yeah. Right. If West had the ace and king of spades, this would be a solution, I think. But as is, it seems to be not one. Because I don't... Maybe I was supposed to do this without cashing the ace of diamonds. Hang on. Because that gives me enough entries to dummy that maybe there's some trump squeeze going on. I don't think so, actually. No, this doesn't help at all. Because they rough out the spade that I can do this, and I'm just in the same spot, basically. Yeah, I don't know. This is too hard. I'm just some guy, man. I'm not a bridge professional. Yeah, you can't rush your clubs. West is 5-1-2-5. Yeah, you need the king of diamonds, sure. Draw trump, take the diamond finesse. Drop the king. Then cash the jack. Okay. Rough the last diamond. Sure, 2 spades and 2 clubs. Makes sense. The diamond was an idle card that West needed. By cashing it, we force West to come down to ace X of spades, not ace third. So before we lead the spade, and indeed before we lead this last heart, I think. We have to cash all the diamonds. Oh no, I still got this wrong, didn't I? I forgot I needed to rough that last diamond. I think I'm still doing it wrong, actually. No, I guess not. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I don't give myself any credit for this one. I didn't see what end position I needed to create. I didn't really know what I was doing. At least I realized I needed West to have the king of diamonds. That's something in my favor, but it's not exactly brilliant. 4 side suit tricks means we need 8 trump. Although with West leading the 6 of diamonds, we can be pretty sure that he has only 1 diamond. So we can't just rough both diamonds in dummy. I'm wondering if we can instead set up the 13th club for a trick somehow. The main issue is going to be doing that without letting East on lead. The idea would be to pitch a club on the ace of hearts and then pitch another club on a heart while West wins somehow. So, like, we could accomplish that if East's hearts were like, you know, Jack 5-4 or something like that. So that he only has 1 heart that could threaten to win a trick, and the others are small enough that we can allow West to win them. if he has the 6, like, that's big enough that he can play it and threaten to win. So we need the 5 and the 4 and one other higher card. Then I think we'd have the timing to do that, maybe. Or, obviously, yeah. The 5-4 and any one card between 6 and king, basically. So it could be anything, but he needs the 5 and the 4. How else are we going to make this work? Well, one answer is Trump could split 2-1, right? That's the obvious thing. Because then we would just make the contract. We would draw Trump, ruff 2 diamonds and dummy. But if that doesn't happen, we need to be prepared. And the only real source of additional tricks, I think, is the 13th club. It doesn't look like there's much of a squeeze going on, because the heart threat is guarded by both opponents. And so is the club threat. And while it's true that the diamond threats are guarded only by the player sitting in front of them, in this case East, we don't have the entries for a compound squeeze. Double squeeze doesn't make sense, since both clubs and diamonds are guarded by both opponents. Clubs and hearts. There's no, like, guard suit to allow us to make up for this deficiency. So I think setting up the 13th club is the only approach I can see. So I want to win this diamond. And immediately cross in dummy to lead a heart. I think that makes sense. That 4 is real small, buddy. Oh, I didn't even watch. I assume the Trump didn't split. I wasn't paying attention, but... but do I have enough entries to get back there? I think so, because I can ruff once. Weirdly, it's west with all the spades. But the clubs didn't split, so I don't know. I must be doing something wrong here. Right? Did the clubs... They didn't split, right? Yeah. So I've gone down then. But I thought that was the right idea. Hearts pitching clubs to make sure West has to win them, and they've given me this layout on purpose. But I must have timed it wrong. Like, is it somehow better to play ace and a heart instead of just losing the heart immediately? I don't think so. And I mean, on this layout, obviously, the clubs aren't even splitting, so it can't be something that depends on that. even if you, like, rough one diamond in dummy and manage to lose a trick... Maybe there is some kind of minor suit squeeze against East, is what they're telling me. Like, look, you could have made this one if you had just ducked a club. No, because, well, I guess that's true, actually. On this layout, I could have roughed one diamond in dummy, ducked a club. Not necessarily in this order, but ducked a club to isolate the club threat with East, club guard with East. Then East is the only one guarding clubs and diamonds. Problem is I don't have the entries anymore. They'll knock out the ace of clubs. Right? I don't know. What's going on here? Sure, we know West shape. Great. Trump squeeze against East, huh? Really? Is that what's happening? I didn't look that hard for Trump squeezes. I don't even really see how you could... accomplish one. Because you just have too many trumps in the south hand? No. Okay, I still don't get it. Trump, ace of clubs, heart rough high, last heart rough. Okay, so this whole idea of losing a heart, pitching a club, total nonsense apparently. Well, that has equalized the lengths of everything, sure. But the entries are still not there, are they? Like you duck a club, I guess? I mean, I guess that works. It's not even really... Is this a Trump squeeze? It doesn't look like it to me. Huh. So here, it has a common, like, okay, in a Trump squeeze, typically, you cash the second to last free winner, usually Trump, leaving only one free winner, definitely Trump. And on that trick, someone is squeezed to come down to a point where you could rough out their guard. But here, we're like, we don't have the count rectified. It's a two-loser Trump squeeze. Like, we squeezed them, and now we duck a club. Huh. And I guess in some weird way, the 10 of spades is an entry. Like in a Trump squeeze, you need two entries to... Well, we would say the dummy, but to obviously, like, dummy and declare's hand are interchangeable in any layout, but the hand that Clyde Love calls the dummy is the one that doesn't have the last trump, basically. And here, both hands have the last trump, but we're considering North to be the dummy. and viewing the 10 of spades as a heart entry. I don't know. I don't. This one defies categorization. I don't like it. It's a cool hand, but I am not going to understand it, apparently. Like, I can see in that situation why it all works, but I can't abstract it to some category that allows me to play other hands like it, basically. I don't know how to play a 2-loser trump squeeze. Is that in the book? It probably is, actually. No, I think the last chapter is like the trump squeeze, right? This is, again, Bridge Squeezes Complete by Clyde Love. An old book on squeezes, published in like the 50s or something? Copyright 1959. So the trump squeeze, page 235 to 244, basically. So it's a pretty short chapter. And I don't think there's room in there to cover 2 loser trump squeezes. Yeah, the trump squeeze, page 235. And they say, oh, it's just a crisscross squeeze, but you need to postpone one of the things. And there's like a couple exercises. And then like there's just problems. There's no more about. There's not like a section about 2 loser trump squeezes. So, yeah, I don't know, not covered in there. Might as well not exist, therefore, is my opinion. I'll just pretend that last hand was an anomaly. What's going on here? We're in 7 spades. I have certainly 5 spade tricks, and 3 hearts is 8. 2 diamonds is 10, a club is 11. So there are ways we could produce more tricks. For example, a dummy reversal roughing 2 clubs in hand seems pretty likely to work. Roughing a diamond in dummy will work if spades are not for O with East. But if they are 4-0 with East, we can't do that. The other thing is the heart suit. We will need the hearts to come in, right? We're not really threatening much of anything here. Like, that is to say, suppose that by roughing either clubs in my own hand or a diamond in dummy, suppose that I come up with 5 minor suit winners. Like I've gotten as many winners as I could get out of the minor suits. Oh, but that's not really 5 winners, is it? I don't know. If I rough the clubs in hand, then I could hope for a red suit squeeze, I guess. But it seems to me like most of the time I'll have to just like get rid of my losers in the minors with trumps and then solve the hearts for no losers. Yeah, because if there is like a diamond heart squeeze, which is the only other thing I could see aside from just solving the hearts, it would obviously have to be against West, who is known to have 7 diamonds. If we're giving him also 4 hearts, I mean, I assume you can see some problems with that, because that's 11 cards. And it would mean East has, like, I don't know, a lot of clubs? I guess it's not impossible. I think we should probably play the ace of diamonds, but maybe the king is better somehow? It seems to be what I need is entries to the north hand. So for that reason, running it to the king seems fine. But also observe we have many entries in trump to the north hand. So the heart suit is very deliberate in that if West has a singleton middling card like the 8 or the 6, specifically the 8 or the 6, then we could solve the suit by leading and running the 9, then running the 7, then running the 5, and the 4 will eventually beat the 3 at the end. The question is, I think, how do we get to a situation where we know that's the layout and can comfortably run the 9? Like, we kind of need, before we can make that kind of play, we kind of need to prove that West only has one heart, in which case it becomes our only chance. Because if West could have more than one heart, it seems very normal to just play ace-king and hope he has 2. So we need to discover West's shape by roughing out the clubs, right? So I think I actually want to win the king here. Ace of clubs, rough high. Cross in spades. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Need to preserve all of dummy's entries for this very expensive task of roughing 2 clubs and then leading hearts from dummy 3 times. Okay, they both followed the first spade. West has 3 clubs now. And 7 diamonds. And 2 spades. Therefore, only 1 heart. And the only way we can solve a 1 heart situation is if West's heart is either the 8 or the 6. We can run the 9 in that case. We need East to have, like, you know, Jack 10 blah 3, because we can beat the blah. We can beat the 3 rather at the end. How dare you? What? Do I really? Oh, I broke it by hitting undo in the middle of that, huh? Can I really cash the ace first? If West Singleton is the Jack or 10, can I actually survive? East would play low and retain Jack 8, 6. 9 Jack, 7, 8, 5. So that doesn't work. Huh. So indeed, in like the main line, if there is such a thing, do I need to prove first that West only actually has 7 diamonds and not 6? I guess that's fair enough. How do I do that? I don't think I had a spare time. Like, enough entries to do all of that. Did I? I cross over, right? And how many entries to the north hand do I have? I'm here now. I can lead a heart. Then I can cross in diamonds. Then I can cross in spades. Then I can ruff a diamond. But I need to lead them 3 times, right? I need all 3 of those entries. I can't, like, cash this to just double check. Can I? Maybe I'm dumb. 9 covered. Yeah, the 8. Low. 7. I guess I can, actually. I didn't realize that. That's what I did wrong. I could afford to cash the ace of diamonds. I thought I needed more entries, but I don't. I'm in dummy once, and I have 2 more entries. That's enough to lead 3 times. The ace of diamonds could be a 4th entry, or a 3rd entry to lead the suit from dummy the 4th time. But of course, the 4th time, it's okay to lead the 2 from hand. I see. So I guess in the layout where I lost a heart to West, I didn't look, but I guess West must have had 2 hearts and only 6 diamonds, and that's why I needed to cash the ace of diamonds to prove it first, rather than just taking him at his word in the bidding. Okay, sure. So let's have Fred just describe it oh so clearly for us. Win the diamond. Preserve entries to learn West's shape, yes. If you do have a singleton heart, you need to be the 6 or the 8. Yep, need lots of dummy entries, I agree. Ace and ruff. Cross and trump, ruff. Yep. Cross again. Now we know. Yeah, we need to confirm the West actually has 7 diamonds. If he only has 6, then East will follow to this ace of diamonds, and we should probably play for hearts 3 too. It's possible, of course, that West's last card isn't a heart but a diamond, a club. If West has 6 diamonds, he could be like 2, 1, 6, 4. Just seems like a pretty gross. Or, sorry, 2, 2, 6. Well, no, 2, 1, 6, 4 is, yeah. That's when you would still need to run the 9. I don't know. I don't think cashing the ace of diamonds tells us that much. Because if West really only has 6, you can't really say for sure whether his last card is a club or a heart, right? So it doesn't actually tell you whether he has a singleton heart. If you just, at this point, before cashing the ace of diamonds, always went for the heart deep finesse, I don't think you'd do much worse than if you cash the ace of diamonds first. But I suppose it's free to do and to confirm for yourself that the line is going to work. But if you cash the ace and it turns out West has 6 diamonds, I don't know. I mean, I think you could still just run the 9 of hearts. I don't think that's that. I don't think it's a huge difference if his 13th card is a heart versus if it's a club. They both seem like equally janky overcalls. I don't know if there is some reason I'm missing why, like, of course, West would never have 4 clubs here. Or if it's just like old-timey bridge morals where nobody would ever preempt with a 4-card suit, so that's unthinkable, but them having a 6-card trump suit, or, well, overcall suit, is plausible. Because I don't think we've seen anything that tells us yet that West definitely does not have 4 clubs. Right? Like, none of the play in the club suit is screaming, oh, West is out now. I don't know. I don't 100% agree with Fred on this one. It doesn't hurt to cash the ace of diamonds. It'll give you a warm, fuzzy feeling. But even without that information, I think it's probably still right to run the 9 here. Okay, well, fair enough. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.